Shall we? Good morning, Divine Family. So, today we are going to read a new Murli. So, the Murli date is 18th 11/1981. So, the title of the Murli is The Sign of Closeness to Perfection. So, this Murli, Baba is mainly talking about the sign of perfection, and this Murli is 4 parts. So we'll be completing this Murli in 4 days. So the first part we will cover today. And this Murli is going to be a mirror for us, wherein we can check, the perfection, what is perfection, and what is the symptom of perfection. And Baba clearly explained what perfection is and how we can check how far we have reached, our perfect stage, how much I experienced that. All that we can check. So, without further delay, let's get, let's sit in Baba's remembrance and read this Murli together. So, the sign of closeness to perfection. Today, Dilaram Baba, the comforter of hearts, has come to talk about the things of the heart to his children who are seated on the heart throne. All the children know the one thing that remains in the heart of the comforter of hearts. The Father, the comforter of hearts, constantly has the loving children who give comfort to others merged in his heart. In the Father's heart, there is always the one thing. How each one of the children can become a special soul. So Father would like to see how each one of us can become a special soul. A master of the world, how each one can claim a right to the fortune of the kingdom of the world. Master of the world, how everyone, each one of the children, right, can claim the rights to the kingdom of the world. Let each child become more elevated than the next, fully decorated and full of all virtues and filled with power. Let each one become number one. Let the speciality of each one be more attractive than the next, so that all the whole world is able to see this and sing their praise. So Baba would like to see us, the speciality, each one is special, right? With fully decorated, with all the virtues and full powers and so on, right? So, so that all the world, so that all the whole world is able to see and sing their praise. Further, Baba says, let each one appear to be a lighthouse, a might house, and a sparkling star of the earth for every soul in the world. Let the specialities and the treasures accumulated by every elevated thought and elevated action of every special star be so unlimited that the special world of every star is visible. I'll read this once again. Let the speciality and the treasures accumulated by every elevated thought and elevated action of every special star be so unlimited that the special world of every star is visible. When everyone sees this, when everyone sees this, they will forget their sorrow, experience happiness, and become cheerful. When they see each one's alaukic world filled with all attainments, they will sing songs of each one's wonder, right? Va, va, right? So this is what is in the heart of Bhaktada, the comforter of hearts. So Baba would like to see us how great we all want to become. So Baba would like to see us that we experience. So we not just experience, we become help others also in that experience happiness and become cheerful when they see each one, right? The alaukic world. So they all see that, filled with all attainments. So in that we sing the song of Wow, our fortune, right? And then further Baba says now, each of you children knows very well what is in your hearts. Do you also know what is in the heart of others, or do you only know what is in the heart, what is in your own heart? Hmm? When you have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone, you also share with others. So you also share with one another the zeal and enthusiasm you have in your heart. Do you not? Hmm? What do you mainly speak about in that respect? All of you have the special thought of definitely putting into practice what the Father tells you to do, and of definitely becoming equal to the Father. Right? So Baba says everybody has that special thought that whatever Baba says, we want to put them into practice and become equal, right, to the Father. Therefore, the one thing in the Father's heart is the same thing that is in the children's heart, right? So in that way, our thought and Baba's thoughts are aligned, right? So whatever Baba's thought, right? So we children also have the same thought. So why are the effort makers still number wise? Why isn't everyone number one? Right? So children wants to become number one. They all have the thought, but why, the effort makers still, Baba says number wise, why not number one? Can everyone become number one? Baba is asking, can everyone become number one? Can everyone become a world ruler? Or is it, or is it, or is that not possible? Can everyone become world ruler? Is that not possible? Papa is asking. Will only one person become the ruler of the world, or will others also become world rulers at their own time? So, why do you all then say that you are claiming the kingdom of the world, or that you are claiming a right to the sovereignty of the world? Hmm? So why? So Baba is asking, why do all then say, right, that we are claiming the kingdom of the world or claiming a right to the sovereignty of the world? So there is a difference in saying these two. Okay, so let's further understand what Baba is trying to say. Will you come into the kingdom, or will you rule the kingdom? So there is a difference coming into the kingdom and ruling the kingdom, right? Some will become rulers and some will become part of the kingdom, right? So some will become a ruler, some will become part of the kingdom. So being part of the kingdom is different from becoming a ruler and ruling the kingdom and making the kingdom our own, right? So So Baba says, some will become rulers and some will become part of the kingdom. So each one of us need to think whether I'm, making effort to become part of the kingdom, or I want to become a ruler. Or will everyone become a ruler? Uh, what will happen? Baba is asking, what will happen? Will everyone become a ruler? You will find many more subjects. Don't worry about them. So we shouldn't be worrying about the subjects. Baba said, don't worry about them. Are you making all of this effort just to come into the kingdom? Baba says, are you making all this effort just to come into the kingdom? No, right? Are you not doing everything to attain your kingdom, not just come into the kingdom? Right? So basically these subjects, right? So they don't really make effort to transform their sanskars, whereas the here quality souls will learn, and they'll take it seriously, and then they do what Baba want. Baba's their action will be according to Baba's direction. So Baba is making it clear that they are not making effort to just come into the kingdom, right? We are making effort just to become a ruler, right? So are you not doing everything to attain your kingdom, or and not just come into the kingdom? So all of you will rule, will you not? Each of you feels that you will come into the kingdom, and that whether others come or not is up to them, right? So whether others come or not is up to them. But I'm going to be, and you definitely will come into the kingdom. But the question is whether I will be the ruler or not, right? So we all will come into the kingdom. You are, and then Baba is making it clear that you are studying Raja Yoga, right? Are you not? Right? It's not Praja Yoga, right? It's Raja Yoga. So we'll have to become Rajas, right? You are studying yoga to become kings, not to not or to come into the kingdom. You are Raj yogis, are you not? You are not yogis who just come into the kingdom, are you? Will all of you become number one like this, or will you remain number wise until the end? So we have to become number one, right? So we are studying Raj Yoga in order to become rulers of the globe, right? Rulers of the kingdom. So Baba is making it clear that. So now further Baba says, you were also told earlier that each of you will become number one according to your own stage. So each of us will become number one. But what matters is according to our own stage. That will be the number one golden golden stage for you. Yeah, according to our own, each of you will become number one according to your own stage. And then Baba says, that will be number one golden stage for you. According to this account, each of you will claim your number one most elevated stage by the end. So each of us will become number one, will claim the highest stage according to according to our account, right? So in our stage, we'll be number one. So each one's position, right, is fixed according to the drama. So each one of us will become perfect to fit to our stage, right? So that is what Papa is making it clear. According to this account, each of you will claim your number one most elevated stage by the end. Each of you will become perfect and complete according to your own capacity. In the whole cycle, that will be the number one elevated stage of each of you souls. In that case, whilst still being number wise, each one will become number one. Right? In that account, if we think in that perspective, we think, right, then each of us is becoming number one, right? Each of you souls has your own stage of perfection. Yeah, Baba is making it clear that each of us, right, souls, has our own stage of perfection. You saw both the effort-making stage and the stage of perfection of Brahma Baba, right? So we have heard that in so many classes and so many murlis, right? So the effort-making stage and the stage of perfection of Brahma Baba, right? Having reached his stage of perfection, the speciality he uses for his part through his avyakt form are also experienced by you, right? So when Brahma Baba came to know about the subtle region and also the subtle Brahma, right, which is the perfect Brahma, right? That's when Brahma Baba intensified his Purusharth, and then intensified in such a way that he made his Purusharth intense, and then he also used some Desi to go and check, right? Just to see how much progress Brahma Baba made. And then Baba was checking and then intensifying his Purusharth, right? That's how Baba did. And then towards the perfection stage, right? When Datis and the people, right, the Parivar experienced Baba as Baba's flying stage. Some was looking at Baba and then they felt that the Baba is not walking, Baba is floating up, right? And then right, and then some also had different vision, right? And okay, further Baba say, let's see Baba, what else Baba say? Having reached a stage of perfection, the specialities he uses for his part through his avyakt form are also experienced by you, right? Yeah. Just as you experience the difference in Father Brahma's perfect stage and a stage of making effort, so there is also the stage of perfection and the form of perfection of every Brahmin soul. So just as whatever Brahma Baba had the stage of effort making and the stage of perfection, so we Brahmin children also go through the same stage, right? So we perfection of every Brahmin soul. Okay, so Baba, further Baba says, Bap Dada emerges and continues to observe it in the settled region. Yeah, so each one of us have a perfect stage in the settled region, right? That we all know. And Baba see that, that perfect stage of ours in the settled region, and then Baba will understand how much progress we are making, right? Baba emerges and continue to observe it in the settled region and can also show it to you. It can also, Baba can also show it to you. When Bab Dada looks at your stage of perfection, he notices how much spiritual intoxication sparkle there in each one's form of perfection. Baba can see this, that intoxication, how much intoxication and sparkle in each one's form of perfection. So as we make progress, as we intensify our Purusharth, right, then Baba will be able to see that sparkling, right, and we'll be able to make out that. I think Baba says Baba can even show us that stage. Okay, and then Baba says, you are now attaining um, you are now attaining perfection, and you will definitely have to attain it. However, some children's stage of perfection is close. You also saw the sign of this in Father Brahma. He constantly had in his awareness a stage of perfection and his future reward. This is something to be noted, right? You also saw the sign of this in Father Brahma. He constantly had this awareness that a stage of perfection and his future reward. And that is the perfection stage that he had was this angelic, right? His angelic form and his deity form were both constantly clear in his awareness, so that any effort maker who looked at him only saw and spoke of his angelic form and the future form of Sri Krishna, right? So that we know that Brahma Baba had that awareness clearly, right? That he had that awareness all the time, that his perfect form, that which is angelic form, and also his future form, that of Sri Krishna, right? So he was in that intoxication all the time. So people, those who came before him, was able to see the more he went towards perfection, the more it was visible, right? In his action and in his interaction. Others experienced it. And further, Baba says, so too, the sign of you children coming close to the stage of perfection is that you will experience that closeness and others will experience it too. We not only we experience, but also others will experience it. Whilst in your corporeal form, you will experience the avyakt form through which souls will come in front of you, will forget their corporeal consciousness and experience the avyakt stage. Right? They will forget their corporeal conscious consciousness and experience. They start experiencing the awake stage, right? So that, I mean, this we also heard when Brahma Baba was reaching his perfect state. So those who used to go near to his room wanted to talk to him, and they were experiencing so much of peace and so much of that silence, right? Very deep experience of silence they had. So Baba also mentioned that they will also experience, others will experience it when we become perfect, right? When we come close to our perfection stage. This is, Further Baba says, this is the sign of that closeness. However, some children at present neither experience perfection to be clear nor close to them. Mm. What is the sign of that experience? Now, Baba says, those who are not experiencing that, right? Now, what is the sign of that? It is easy to experience anything that is clear and close to you, but to experience something that is far away from you, you especially have to use your intellect, right? So you'll have to use your intellect in order to visualize all that, right? Similarly, on the basis of knowledge, such souls are able to draw with their intellect's yoga their stage of perfection to themselves and to stabilize in that stage with effort. So we'll pause here. We'll continue the rest tomorrow. So we'll take a minute of silence. We'll remember Baba, and then we'll come back and share our takeaways. Yeah. Shanti. So, feel free to unmute and share your takeaways and yeah, whatever touched your heart, right? Okay, we play a picture about what is perfection, right? The stage of perfection, and each one of us, right, getting closer to it day by day. And Papa also gave the symptoms how this, how we can experience and others will experience it, right? So, anyone would like to share? Everybody is going to become perfect, number one. But what matters is everybody's stage is different, right? According to every individual's account, they will become perfect, right? We are, and Baba highlighted that there is a difference. We are making effort to be part of the kingdom and also claiming the kingdom, right? So we are not studying to be part of the kingdom, right? Or just to come into the kingdom. So we are studying to claim the kingdom. We want to become the rulers, right? So there is a difference that when we study with the intention of just coming into the kingdom and becoming a ruler, right? So this is Rajyoga. So Baba said that we don't need to really worry about the subjects because subjects anyway they don't really study or put effort, right? Make effort to um, become what Baba wants us to become, right? Or they don't really do that purushart to uplift that their stage, but where the children who are really studying every day, right, the Raj Yoga, right, their intention has to be to come into, to become a ruler. We all are Raj Yogis. Yeah. And this perfect sign that Brahma Baba, right? So since Brahma Baba already became perfect, that we know, right? He is waiting us there and he's giving us all the support and power, right, for us to become like him, right, to become equal to Brahma Baba. So each one of us uh, uh, making effort to reach there, right? We all are in that journey towards perfection. And Baba highlighted that, this the our perfect stage is there in the subtle region. Baba can see that and then will understand how much effort we are making because the more we the more effort we make, there's going to be some sparkling and that intoxication um, will be shown there, I guess. That's how Baba is able to see. Okay. So, um, you know, um, your perfect stage uh, is, Baba created there in the subtle region. I don't know, this is Baba creates that or when at the time when the Sangam Yuga started, right, at the time confluence age. So my understanding is that when Sangam Yuga when the confluence age started, right? So Baba first create a subtle region, and then Baba um, uh, came into Brahma Baba's body, and then started giving him all this directions or um, began using Brahma Baba's body. So before even Baba started the Murli, I guess the Baba would have created all our subtle form, their perfect form there there in the subtle region, right? And then started because it is also clear that the subtle world only exists during this time, during this transmission time from Kali Yuga to Satyuga, right? That is why this is not mentioned anywhere in the scriptures also. Any thought on that?
Om Shanti Bhai. See, this perfect Brahma concept for the first time, Baba came to know only when Dadi Gulzar went up and she saw another Brahma, but completely subtle, completely light and different. So I don't think Brahma Baba, when he was, before he left his body, knew that something existed. And because he got a picture of a perfect Brahma through Dadi Gulzar, he knew that that was going to be his next stage. He knew he had to prepare. And according to us, this Father Brahma, which he reached, what we are talking about, the perfect stage, he continued to be in the subtle region. So, can we conclude that all the souls who are leaving the body now will reach the perfect stage like Father Brahma? Because if it's a perfect stage that Father Brahma, that's the end, like there's no further birth or something. It's till you go to Satyug. So when you enter the gates of Satyug, that's perfection. Absolute, we say, Sola Kala Sampanna. Sampuran it is. Sola Kala comes there. So all the other souls, other than Brahma, not even Mama, or the Brahma, there is a perfect this. So is perfection a thing now, or is it a thing before I reach Satyug? Perfection, of course, yeah, in this particular Murli, Baba has not given us the signs of, he has just explained about closeness, being equal for and all. But if you see, there are some steps also, or what I call it as signs of perfection, which Dadi Gulzar had explained to Brahma Baba when she had gone up, and how Baba compared himself every time like that. I think even that needs to be thrown a light, because perfection is before we reach Satyug. I think it's not perfection now. We cannot reach that stage of perfection till we reach Satyug. And that is Solakala. So I think even that needs a little bit of churning.
Yeah, so yeah, my understanding is also that, perfection is, we are not perfect now. So even any Brahmin soul is living the body in between. So they will take birth again and they'll continue the journey, right? Because perfection is, when you become perfect, then you don't need to take any more bodies, right? So you will be staying there in the subtle region. That's what my understanding is. Because Brahma Baba became perfect. He has completed his 84 birth. And he doesn't, and he is nowhere, and he doesn't have to play any other corporeal part, right? So I've also heard Gulzar Dadi also completed his part, and she is also with, I mean, Dadi ji is also with Baba as an angel. I don't know. I mean, I heard it in a class. Okay. So they are completed their parts, and some that Janki Dadi soul and all, they all have a different part. It's all according to the part even Prakash Mani, his part is also different. And in a Murli, it is there that Muni Ben asking Baba that is Dadi took birth, and then Baba was saying yes. Okay, so that means, yeah, they all have a different part. It's all according to the part, right? So perfection stage is once we come close to that stage, others are going to experience that mainly. So when we come close, the people around us are going to experience that, our perfection. When we become perfect, then our interaction, our the way we interact with others, right, all will be different. Just like how Brahma Baba became perfect, or close to perfection, right? So Brahmins, Dadis, and all who were staying close to Brahma Baba experienced that. So they were experiencing that Brahma Baba floating, right? Many classes this is mentioned, right? So some thought that Brahma Baba is floating upwards, right? And then this is also there in one of that movie. And yeah, and Baba says, so for that, we need to keep our angelic form, which is, I mean, angelic form is our fine, perfect stage form, right? So we need to have this awareness all the time that I am going to become this angel, right? So we need to maintain that awareness and also our future form. So Brahma Baba had, it was very clear to Brahma Baba what he is going to become, right? He knew that he is going to become Sri Krishna, and how much intoxication he had, right? That he is going to become a Krishna, right? So similarly, we also need to keep our perfect stage in our awareness, right? So that's when the symptoms will emerge, right? I mean, our qualities, everything will emerge. So our perfect stages, yeah, we can put our before us that our Lakshmi Narayan's form, and then see the qualities, and then look at it, and then yeah, we can turn inside, right? And then that I'm going to become this qualities, specialities, all that, the virtues, all that we can think of it, and that's how these qualities will start emerging within us. Now it is in merged form, so we need to emerge it. Now we need to bring that into our awareness again, again, and again, and again. And the more we practice that, those awareness, right, are going to help us bringing that qualities and specialities within us. So that's why Brahma Baba constantly maintained that awareness with him all the time, angelic form, and also that perfect form of Sri Krishna. So that, and he was always in that intoxication. So Baba would like to see us doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, Vijit Bhai, see this particular paragraph, what we are talking to, but Baba has not directly said it's just, and what you were telling of Gulzar Dadi is correct. It's also what we heard, but I also heard it. That's only for some time. There is some service she has to finish this, and any time when that is over, even she's not going to be there till this. The only person who's going to be there is Brahma, but some kind of services there. And secondly, the vehicle was used, maybe a return or something is given. That's what is it all. But if you see this paragraph which you read, I reread it. When Bap Dada looks at your stage of perfection, he notices how much spiritual intoxication and sparkle there is in each one's form of perfection. So, we have to have a complete detail about signs of perfection. What are the various signs of perfection? And Baba is saying you are now attaining perfection, and you definitely do have to attain it. And in the paragraph before that, he has said, if you want to enter the kingdom or be a ruler of the kingdom, then perfection is needed. So that sentence itself makes clear Baba is talking about if you want to uh, come to the first part of Satyug or with Father Brahma, the perfection is needed. That is the time, or what we call it as the stage. And some children's stage of perfection, he's saying, is close. So it is still close, but it is not complete. Only Father Brahma, and there also he says, Father Brahma, the two stages, the stage when he was making effort, and the stage of his awareness and completion. That's why Baba speaks about his angelic form also via in that particular uh, paragraph, and how close he was to the form of Sri Krishna. But really, it's a little bit, I think, some more information we need about what we call it as, I don't know, that it is there in some Murli, the signs of perfection, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. A few one I remember, it is equal, just like Father, follow Brahma, equal. So what is the meaning of equal? What is the meaning of being a closed jewel? It is actually related also to yesterday's that rosary Murli. But it's a little deep thinking, I think, the signs of perfection. I don't know, maybe in tomorrow when you read it a little further, we can see that. Of course, one indication Baba has given. Baba has said, if suppose perfection, not only you, even others will see your Avyakt form, which Baba has mentioned even in the Sakar Murli. Other outside people will see, will recognize us in that form through our features, through our face and all. I was just thinking, I didn't get a perfect, complete understanding of it as far as this Murli is concerned. That's why I said I think we have to see the full Murli.
There is also this line, right? See, according to this account, each one of you will claim number one most elevated stage by the end. Each one of you will become perfect and complete according to your own capacity, right? So this actually giving that clarity, isn't it? Each one of you will become perfect and complete according to your own capacity.
So,
That
so you
means
mean that these who have left the body and are there in another thing, they are still moving towards perfection? I'm just
everyone is, yeah,
no.
my
My
understanding,
question
yeah.
is of those people who have left, who are these seniors and all who have left. Every Brahmin is defined, but because then I'm just thinking, what is my stage? Because if these dadis who have left their body, of course, definitely they are not Solakala Sampurna. That is perfectly given. So, but does that mean they are making effort now in their new costume?
This is all some secrets of the drama, right? So
Yeah.
everybody
Oh, I
is,
think this Murli is my God, Murli needs to be hammered and seen. I just saw this paragraph and suddenly I was just thinking, hey, anyhow, perfection is only when I enter Satyu. Why is Baba asking about, and in that line, even no, which is going to this, there is a line, or what we call it, if you see even that Paramdham, the rosary which is closer and all to there, as perfection, so they're closer over there. That kind of that picture which is given, I often used to think, what are the soul in the top and what is the soul down? So there even I think the divisions or perfection is there. It's not that the one all have to reach perfection, even before liberation. No, sorry, before salvation, that is before going to the land of happiness. But there is no absolute perfection even for the ones who are in liberation, mukti. That also I wanted to get it clarified. In mukti stage, I mean when they are in paramdham.
any other thought by anyone else want to add their, their churning to it?
One thought here, though not very sure about it, is anyone who comes on this earth and gets in this cycle of birth and rebirth, would would that Sulakala Sampurna space will be there with that soul? I'm not very sure, but um, what's been heard, seen, and spoken about is whoever takes birth is here because there is something that needs to be learned, completing the karmic cycle. So would there be anyone who would ever be on the 16 celestial complete or would be perfect? Is a question to ponder on. Who is staying on this earth? So that's one thought.
Brahma. Brahma has achieved. Father Brahma has achieved. That Baba has very clearly said he has achieved that stage. He's got that angelic stage. That's why he will be there. That Baba is, I'm not sure of that Murli, but Brahma has attained. Now as that brother was, Bijit Bhai was saying, Dadi Gulzar's is a little secret to us to know like how he's there. But even there, we don't know how many days. But we got, recently somebody was just sharing, I think, some of these people who went up on thing, they were sharing that maybe after some time Dadi Gulzar also has to go and take her birth and all. But now for the time being, some very important service she's doing with Brahma Baba. So she's there. That's the thing. But perfection Brahma has attained. Sola Kala Sampuran, he's ready. Absolutely. That is why Baba created that picture of perfect Brahma in the subtle region. And
Correct.
that was I think that's a thing. But as you say, Rakiben, the ones who are there on the earth, aur kuch baki hai, some missing part is there. Because
Correct.
then immediately
Therefore,
I
Father
think,
Brahma,
yeah, but this is a nice thing to discuss, to really, if some more people could get some more points.
See, one
as you
thing is
rightly
clear
said,
that
Girijaben, Father Brahma is complete and therefore he is not on the earth. He is still in the angelic form. So isn't that one of the another pondering space to look at it? So
Yeah.
there are a lot of approaches and perspectives to it, but this is something which also says that why Brahma is not back on the earth. He is still he is in uh, the subtle region. So as you said, he is complete and therefore he is not going to be coming here.
Correct.
yes. So
not only
we
that, Rakhi Ben,
children,
he comes down in the Padramani to Dadi Gulzar along with Shiv Baba. See, when he left the body, he is with his husband. I mean, he's with Shiv Baba, and he both come together to in Dadi Gulzar's body. So he has got no attachment towards the earth, nothing. So itna, that what to say here, when we say, when the alwa leaves the kinara of the vessel, it becomes something which you can hold in your hand and it becomes light. It is totally is away from all this world, from nothing. But still he is there in that form, in that object form. Otherwise, how can we, Shiv Baba doesn't takes his object form and then he enters the Dadi Gulzar. So that also is a sign for us to say he is complete.
Absolutely, because if we go back to the basic logic that anybody who takes this bodily form, which is the mud, has something missing to complete here. But Brahma Baba is not coming in the bodily form. He is coming in. What we say is an incarnation. It is like objects form is what he's coming in. So there's no body that's been. In fact, he's taking another body to support to have all the organs speak from the organs. So he doesn't have his own organ. That also says that he is complete. This is a couple of thought processes or perspectives to look at it, which logically says that yes, he is the one who is perfect.
But the language of the today's Murli is not direct at all. If you see, there are innuendos, it's not direct at all. Everywhere I
Very
see
good.
Baba is like playful, and he innuendos, I call it as. He's making us guess and read between the lines. It's a very, you have to read.
Correct.
It's a very tough Murli.
I agree. In fact, I had the same thought. If you go back to one of the conversations in today's Murli, where Baba says that, are you only knowing what's there in your heart, or can you also read other person's heart? Now, that's a very deeper question to even look at it and look at the parameter that how much have I worked on my yoga and my dharana and things. So if if one reach to the basic purest form, also we'll be able to understand what's going on the other souls or other person's heart.
Correct.
This is very deep diving thought, which
Yeah.
actually touched me from this Murli. Of course,
Mm.
lot of other things are there, but this part of the Murli is what I'm pondering. No, after Amrit Vela, I was reading this Murli, a bit of this Murli, and this was the question where I stopped. I did not move further at all
Mm.
as to what is Baba wanting to say with this.
Yeah. He's so smart, such a really not telling. But Rakhi Ben, I used to remember that you used to hear Rajubai. Rajubai has gone through all these subjects, Murli, in some class. If you could get hold of it, beautifully he sums up this Murli. If this Murli has gone through his eyes, he very easily scans through it, Rajubai. You
Yeah,
used
I
to
guess
go
there is
through it
one
earlier.
YouTube channel. No, there is one YouTube channel, I think Anmol Ratan or something like that, where few of his Murli deep diving sessions are there.
Yeah.
One may have to figure out on this. But yes, this is very, very deep Murli and very
You should
subtle.
go through that. I'm not
Hmm.
getting an access to it. I tried, but I remember you used to go through that YouTube thing, and once you sent, but after that I couldn't get. If you can get for us, it would be very nice to know.
Let me figure
Rajubai
that
is,
out. Yeah, yeah, it is. But this one is definitely one of the very different Murli, which
yeah,
yet pondering on what Baba is really wanting to say from this Murli.
my God, it really looks like a tough one.
So,
Anyway,
so
something Baba gave Bijit Bhai to churn on, and he's trying to churn really. It was nice, Bijit Bhai, really. Thank you, Rakhi Ben. It was nice, but I would be still happy if you could get that Raju Bhai's thing.
Let me figure out.
right. So that was good sharing. A lot of things came in, right? Okay. So, the interest of time, I think we can move towards closing the session. Yeah. So, so we'll stabilize in our angelic form, and let's remember Baba. Let me invoke my perfect stage that is there in a subtle region, and see what difference between me and my perfect stage. And let me have this awareness all the time. I am moving towards becoming my angelic form. Father Brahma, who is a perfect angel, is giving me all power and support for me to get there. Let me visualize Baba's hand on top of my head and flowing current into me, beyond me. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall continue the second part tomorrow. Until then, you all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.